Once a business nerve and an important revenue spinner of Ghana's savannah zone, Bawuku, the town brutalized by decades of ethnic bloodshed is struggling to heal wounds and relive its past glory.
From the colonial era, the particular ethnic group, and for that matter the Mamprose ethnic group, they have been the occupants of the skin. But that changed in the 50s, late 50s, and then also during the PNDC era. And so for today, we have the Kusasi ethnic group that is occupying the skin of the Bawuku traditional culture. And it is about shift in power. It's about power, shift in power, and definitely it is a recipe, you know, for disagreements.
More than 50 years of tussle over who owns this land has taken the life of thousands, raised down countless businesses, and broken down even family ties between the Mamproses and Kusasis, the two feuding factions.
The violence has been there in the sense that the agitation for the change didn't start today. It started years back. But you know, with changing times, methods and approaches become different. Scientifically and whatever, the style is totally different with civilization and all of those things. I remember when I was even in primary school, it was about stone throwing. You know, it moved into spears, bows and arrows, and what have you. Today, it is not about spears, it's not about bows and arrows, but guns. You may call them small arms, but if you think of AK-47, G3, and to some extent even M16 guns.
It's not difficult to find why Bawuku continues to thrive even amidst the huge negative image it received in the past. This town is the only one in Ghana that sits on a border with two countries, Togo and Burkina Faso. We have lost so much in terms of resources. There was a time, Techiman, Mankasim, Bawuku, in terms of market revenue for the assemblies. Techiman, Mankasim, Bawuku. Today, that league table, Bawuku is probably around 90th from the 170 district assemblies that we have. So you can imagine, among the top three, going down to lower than 90. You can imagine. And you know the implication. Yes. And like I said, people fear to come and invest here. People fear to invest just because they think that it could be bent as a result of any rise or occurrence of violence in the area. Any animal can just come and burn the place and go scot-free. So there's that fear. The fact that Burkina Faso is a landlocked country means most of its imported goods are transported through several towns in Ghana's two upper regions. And here in the Upper East, Bawuku is one of them.
2007, this conflict struck in its bloodiest form ever, leaving in its wake dozens of deaths and razing down of several properties. This is Sangnangting, one of the areas that saw the most casualties in the clashes of 2007. Life was brought to a halt for close to a year as many fled their homes.
Living here was just like a cemetery. It was just like a cemetery. I can show you where we used to sleep. That's where we used to sleep those days.
You all moved?
Yes, because the little animals that are left, we have to be there and then be watching. This house is completely, the person cannot do anything again. You see that they are fallen. And you see this one since 2000, the year 2000, 2001. Then after 2007, they were just on this house like that. So you see the other side. That's where some few people could go and sleep.
Under the trees?
Just behind it.
Okay.
Just to know maybe something, people too, they were looting. After the days, and people will come in the night and loot. So you have to go this way. So when someone is around here, then you hoot at the person, then the person will run away.
Okay.
That was the only this.
Okay.
Let's go to this house and then you see what has happened there. You could see the zinc. You see that they are bent, and they have to use it again. So this house has been bent for about 5 times.
This particular
Yes, about 5 times.
I see.
5 times. And this mosque, the same.
This was a mosque.
As this was a mosque.
And so now it's been raised up.
No, right now you can't do anything there.
I see.
You see, if you look at the zinc, you will know that the roofing sheet are rotten. So some people came to his aid, and then he was able to get new zinc and then blend with them. You see the house, this man was having about 12 bullocks. You see the farm, he cannot farm very well. You see the grass, he can't do anything. And he has about 13 children. Yeah. So he is just condemned.
I see.
There's nothing he can do again. And this house to the same. Because of always they will come and burn always. So he decided to move.
So he
live here. No, he has left. He's now staying in the village around Kulugungu side. He has suffered some number of burns here in this month. So that's why he decided to leave. Because you cannot roof. And always, it will rain. And, these mud houses, they don't want always to rain on it. Once, like something like this, you roof it, and then you always use coal towel to tie it. And you see this house, this is a block house.
This one?
Yes, it has been burned completely. It has nothing to do here. Cannot do anything here. It was a nice building, but you could see it. See the paint. So right now, he has just abandoned it. Can we get there?
Yes.
Okay.
And so all the inhabitants of this building left?
Yeah, because you cannot live in something like this. You have to go elsewhere and then rent a house, or if you have some relatives or friends, you go and be with them. And for about 4 years now, or 5 years, he left this place. See, it was a nice house. Very, very nice. See? You see this zinc. See the one they have used it for the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that is the rotten one. You know, always when they bend.
Yeah.
You can't do anything with this.
Okay.
So you have to use it for a fence.
So these are the major ones.
Hey, there are major ones here. There are two. There are two here. And this is another one. So for here, if you want this type of zinc, oh, you get them chow.
Because they were not that came from those bent houses.
Yeah. And this one too, the same thing.
This building.
Yes, it's built. You know, if you look at the roof, you know that it has been bent.
Yeah.
This one to suffer small.
This building.
Yeah.
But then it's been roofed again.
Yeah, you know, the people are selective. When they see that this is a Kusasi, this is not a Kusasi's house. When they are burning, so the people say, hey, this is not a Kusasi man's house. Then they leave it.
Okay.
So this is a Busanga man.
Okay.
This is a Busanga man's house. So they didn't. They say, oh, leave it. But this is a Kusasi's house.
Okay.
That one too was bent.
This one?
Yes, this one.
This one, was it this part?
This one too was bent. This one too the same. This one was a big house. This, yes. It was a big house like, it was bigger than this one.
And it was raised down?
Yes, so the people have to leave. People have to leave. Look at the zinc, you know that it has suffered some bends.
Yeah.
This one.
Okay.
Because if you look at the zinc,
yes.
You look at the roofing sheet, you know that this one, but the whole of this thing, nothing.
Yeah.
There is no house that has suffered like this one. Alhaji Abdul Karim.
This one?
Yes, that's Fulere's husband's house.
I see.
There is no house. Since 85,
yeah,
this house was being burned always, since 85. This house here. When there's a small riot, this one day they will burn it.
Why the one there?
Because he was an influential person. He was like an elder here.
Okay.
And always when there is any gathering, he comes out to also express his views. So he was a target. He was a target, yeah. And this is the brother house. This is our vice. That's the house.
Yeah.
The man who got up and spoke.
Yeah.
That's his house. We see that he too has suffered. If you look at the roofing sheet, you see it is being blended with some yellowish color.
Yeah.
So you know when they are going to re-roof, they have to blend them because you can't get money to buy. So you have to select.
Yeah.
So
this was probably like
this one, the whole Bawuku, there is no place. Now this house, for instance, no one can stay here. And this is a man who has about 5 wives with children. About 5 wives with children. And because of that, he has attacks and he died.
He died?
Yes. He's no more living. This is the whole Bawuku. This is the worst house that we can talk of. Because since 85, this house always they will burn it. This house too. But this one there, they can even leave this house and come here.
And burn this one.
And burn, just to burn it. Oh, the man is dead. Abdul Karim, Alhaji Abdul Karim is dead. It's a big house.
people whose lives were raised down in that episode are helping heal each other's wounds. These women who sing and dance traditional songs and discuss the change they want to see in Bawuku. These people, most of them women, take turns to tell me how they are closing the page to the dark days in this town.
was in 2000 when they came to kill us. We saw the gun just making goo goo goo. And when I want to run, they shoot me here. Here's it. From here to here. Straight bullet. So God help me. My people, the women took me to the hospital. And I'm just okay. And they discharged me. Nobody, we were some place over there. Had no even food for us to eat. And we are just suffering. We don't know how to get. If you eat in the morning, in the night that you want, even in the night, it's almost worse. We don't get food. Some people used to come and give me food small. And if I should, I'll just separate it 3 times to eat small to reach in the evening. Immediately when they shoot, we saw them. They just covered their face, but I don't know them. So my people took me and we just ran. And they treated me. They burned all our property and our cows and goats, everything. In this thing, nothing, no peace. We are just hungry. Even our children education spoiled. No money for us, for the children to go to school. Everybody is just sitting. So the boys also run to some place. Where will they get? So we thank God now. Everything is now well. We are entering each other. And if somebody will have funeral, we go and greet them. So we thank God, the Almighty God. Amen. That's it.
When you sit down in your room, how do you feel about Bawuku?
When I sit in my room, I feel well because there is no there's no anything. Only I'm just thinking for my children to get education more. But I don't think any trouble. But only I'm just sitting to prepare to get something for my children to go to school.
Are you afraid for your life?
Yes. And my heart is beating small. Because if I should see something big, I'm thinking for the future, whether it's coming. But now, it is now better.
I mean, are you afraid of your life?
No, I'm afraid. But now, I'm afraid. But somehow, if I should go to the town, I'm just making quickly to buy my things to do. But if it is a center, I used to be okay. I will be sitting there for what? Community center. If I'm selling my things, if I should, police station, I used to sit there to sell my things. But if it is in the town, go outside. If I go there to buy my things, if I'm moving, I want to go quickly to center to sell my things. But I feel what, even if I want to go to the hospital, they know me. If I go to hospital, I'm just walking quickly. I'll just follow the people. Some people go immediately. If I should go, I'll just go quickly. They're walking side by side. So now my heart is just bad, but it's somehow now well. It's not at the first, but now it's now better.
Zabala singla. Silfa, the conversamia. You need to qualamia.
I used to sell clothes, but they burnt our house in 2010, and I lost all my wares. So now, I don't do anything. What we are doing here is my new hope. We are contributing to a Susu scheme, and when it gets to my turn to take the contribution, I would use it to start again. Now we want our children to understand that fighting is destroying us.
Somewhere around 2010, I started with them. That was the time the NGOs, I can't mention that, I think there were about 7 NGOs. That was at the time the conflict in Bawuku here was so severe. Yeah, we were picked to Bawuku to go and then, in fact, talk about peace, about how we will come to our communities and then build up the peace among ourselves, which we went, I think, about 3 to 4 days. In fact, we went to several meetings here and there, workshops here and there, and they found out that, in fact, they have to impart some knowledge to us so that we will come and at the grassroots we will now talk to our people to know about what conflict can destroy. Yeah, so we're giving some pamphlets and so many things to learn about peace building. Yeah.
So what exactly do these women, what do they do?
What they do, in fact,
first of all?
Yes, they are a group from Seng-Natinga. This community is Seng-Natinga. Yeah, so after that, when I came, then I started with them. This is where we used to find, when we started, we used to sit at the chief palace, and then the chief said, no, we should come here, so that it will look like it is for the community, but not about tribe. So we came here and then we started how to build peace. And then somewhere around, I think we sat for about 2 years, then we saw that no. Now the conflict has made us so this, we are, in fact, we all the work, the farming and all what we have, the bullocks, in fact, have been destroyed. They have put them away, and what we have to do is now to involve ourselves in income generating activities. Not only to come and sit here and only emphasize on the peace building, but also to generate income, so that it will not look like you'll be talking about peace and then people will come and sit here and be on it. You see, we have to at least get some money to buy bullocks. At least it should be a group one, then we'll be helping one another whenever the need arrives, like a rainy season. Yeah, so this is what we are doing for now.
And tell us some of the success stories. What impact has this had on these women here in their life?
Yes, you know, some time ago, somewhere around 2011, 2012, I made it to understand that because there are some names we call one another after the conflict. Some call the Kusasis pigs, and then the Kusasi also call the other side monkeys. All this, I made them to understand that we should stop those things. And then they were asking me, how would they stop if, let's say, I go to town and then someone calls me a pig, come here. I say, yes, you ignore the person. You just ignore the person. You see, so that is the training I went through with them. Yes, if you go out and then they say this, you always don't try to say, I want to retaliate. Because retaliation, if you say, you have done this to me, I have to retaliate, then it means it will not have an end. The only thing is you call me a pig and I keep quiet. Tomorrow if you call me a pig and I keep quiet, tomorrow next will you call me? Because then you have to ask yourself, who are you? Because you slap me, I will not retaliate, you slap again, the 4th time, then you ask yourself, why is it I'm slapping this man and he's not retaliating? Come to answer, then it means there's something wrong with you. So these are the knowledge. I used to sit with them and then talk to them. So now, for instance, you know, some of the women, they are they trade in this petty trading. When they go out and then their colleagues are mocking at them, they just look at them. They don't see anything. And now they are free. Even you saw that some of the women were saying that now they are free. They go to the market, do everything. Now that thing has ceased. Right now, I can't disclose the amount we have in our account right now. But in fact, getting to next year, I think we can also knock ourselves and come out and say this is what we are going to buy. And when we started this income donation activities, some NGOs also came to our aid by giving us 5 sheep each. 5 sheep each. And that was 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And now some of us you can boast of having about 9 sheep. And this alone will also go a long way to boost our morale. Then apart from that, I earlier on said, now we can interact with one another. At the other side, we do business together. It is because of this system that, in fact, we now know how to comport ourselves. Apart from maybe the money we have at bank and then what the NGOs do also help us. They gave us some seedlings, this mango, this into plant, and so in fact they have done very, very well.
Alaikum wa rahmatullahi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. Assalamu alayna wa ala ibadillahi salihin. Sallu ala nabiyil kareem. Malifi sabilillah mbas goma. Malifi sabilillah.
This is the Daduri Mosque, one of several here in Bawuku, as the call to worship on a sunny Friday.
Allahu Akbar.
I meet Sheikh Muhammad Bukari, one of the religious leaders here. Targeted killings were rife in the heat of the conflict. Bukari himself was a victim.
During the time of conflict, life in Bawuku was very, very bad. As we are here praying congregationally, during that time, congregational prayers was not there. You have even to pray in your houses. Apart from that too, you can't do anything at all. You can't go to the farm, you can't even go to the market. Everything was a standstill. So, and then there were a lot of situations which was not good for the people of Bawuku. Killings, threatening, and all sort of anything that will make life unbearable to human beings was happening in Bawuku. So it wasn't good at all. We are not part of the fighting. We are always in the houses, in the rooms, hearing gunshots and all over. All that you hear is that somebody somewhere has been killed. You see people running helter-skelter, and even we were all affected. Some of our houses were even set ablaze. Relatives ran away from the town, so it was not good.
He tells me all religious groupings in the town are now working together to sustain the peace they've built.
At the moment, the situation is very good. It's calm now. Everybody, I think, now have come back to his or her senses to know that the conflict wasn't a very good thing for us. So we are seeing that things are gradually cooling down. Tempers are cooling down. And people enjoy the peace that is there now. So we think that the peace that we are having now will be sustained. People have realized that the peace is better than any other sort of conflict. Yes.
What do you see in the future of Bawuku?
Well, the future in Bawuku, you cannot, as a human institution, you cannot just predict. But from the look of things, and then also anybody who enjoys peace, who is a peace lover, will like to be peaceful forever. So we think that from now on there will be peace in Bawuku. And also every church, every mosque, anytime they pray, they have to pray for the peace of Bawuku. So we pray that God is hearing our prayers, and we are sure that things will be calm as it is. It will continue.
There's change happening even with the town's blacksmiths. For many years, these artisans have been accused of manufacturing the many illegal arms that are used to cause mayhem when Bawuku's conflicts explode. But under a United Nations Human Security Program that began in 2010, these blacksmiths have received training to redirect their energies into the production of other usable goods. This is Adam Yusuf, one of such artisans. He says they are no longer producing arms but contributing to the buzzing new Bawuku.
Well, we help the farmers with what we're doing. They come here buy, some of them come and buy, go and sell, come and give us our money and take the profit. Do you understand? So we help a lot. A lot of people gain from here. If the season comes, everybody gets something for the pocket before the season goes. Because it's seasonable work. Some 5, 6 or 4 months, you work, and after that you rest again till the season comes again. And you start to work again.
Bawuku has not been, as occasionally reports conflicts and all that. Tell us your experience in all of these situations.
No, it has a lot of effect. But the problem is, whatever comes, you manage with it. And you pray for it to go. Because it comes and goes everywhere, not here alone. It comes here, so we are also praying for it to go, so that we'll get back our normal living. Actually, it's affecting us.
How?
A lot. Business, living, the cost of living is affecting us. People lost houses, lost families, a lot. It's really, really affecting us. So we also want it to go, so that we have peace of mind and do our work. Like if they were fighting right now, I wouldn't come here to work. Maybe curfew or something, or that's all that sort of things. It affects a lot. Yeah.
Tell us, the peace process is on. Tell us the contribution of blacksmiths to the peace process.
You see, our problem is that we have no problem in the conflicts. You see, we have no problem in the conflict, but the problem is that with even the talk, or if maybe somebody comes for you to do something for him which is very harmful, you advise him or her. Do you understand that? So that peace will come. And we talk to ourselves. We have association, so we talk to ourselves. Whatever is going on, whoever comes for you to do something that can harm somebody, at least. It's not the only work that you do and get something to chop. Do you understand that? So we advise among ourselves. We have some advice among ourselves. Do you understand?
So like, and it's interesting how you mentioned the fact that during the conflict times, people will come to some of the blacksmiths and say, manufacture this for me, manufacture that for me. And it's the reason why a lot of people suspect that blacksmiths are the ones who manufacture.
Oh, no. You see, the point is that somebody will come and tell you, do this for me. Then he won't tell you what he's going to do with it.
Like someone will come and say, manufacture.
Knife. Do you understand that? You will not put it in your mind that he's going to harm somebody with it. Do you understand that? Yeah. But the fact is, the kind of knife that person wants, that you will not do for him. Do you understand? But ordinary knives, or some people come and collect them to use it on different purposes. Do you understand that? So we don't have problem with what is going on or doing something for anybody in this situation.
So you do it with a clear mind, not with the intention of providing arms for people.
At all.
But then people misunderstand that to mean that you are the people who manufacture.
Oh no. What they are thinking is very wrong. Do you understand that? We are trying to make a living, but we don't make a living in harming somebody. You understand that? We control ourselves to do what is very important, especially these things. If I'm doing this and somebody comes to buy, you yourself, you know that he's going to work and other people will feed on it. Do you understand that? But not to harm somebody.